Hey, greetings and salutations, everyone. It is Gleekon, and I am back at you again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. And I thank you so much for tuning in and joining. Sorry we missed out yesterday. Something happened, something work related. Oh yeah. I was on a work trip and I was gone until late at night, and then I was just bushed when I got home. I didn't post a lot on Mother's Day because, as much as I love, and I really do truly love making this show with you guys, my wife doesn't so much love that it isolates me away from the family, and it was Mother's Day, so, had to give some TLC, so I did squeeze an episode in the morning, but things have been light. We are getting real close, about a week and a half until I'm going to have a lot more time, where I go into a sort of a work-from-home stretch, or a very light office hours for a month or two. So I look forward to that. So, on our last episode, we did read about the territories, but it was real light glossing over of the territories that the Alliance controls in our Alliance Player's Guide, the Dungeons & Dragons sourcebook material we've been reading through, and we also have been playing Classic. Last time we played through some levels with Maleficent, we got her ready to roll for the Dead Mines. So stay a while and listen as we give the same treatment to the Horde with Muln. The Horde is getting ready to do the Wailing Caverns. So he last came over here. I forgot all about this. So I've been playing a lot of Diablo Immortal lately to get ready for Diablo 4, so my fingers for a second were off. I wonder if he has that quest to put there's like a gravestone or something like that. Uriev's Tombstone? I think I did that quest already. I don't think he has it. Maybe I actually did it on the last episode. I don't know. Okay, but I don't see it. I guess I put the pendant there. Maybe I did do it last time. But there is a quest to turn in here. Where is it? Right there. So this is really just a breadcrumb. It was one of the two breadcrumb quests.
What brings you
Mura Rune Totem. She says, I can smell the dust of the Barrens on you, shaman. I've traveled far. Neither of these are good, so we'll just take, I guess, the belt and sell it. What is this? This shell has an inner glow as if it still pulses with life. Amazing. I must study it further. Thank you, Muln. With luck, this shell will hold a secret I can use to aid the poor land of Silverpipe.
May the eternal...
Hey, I hope so, Mura Rune Totem. I really do hope so for you. Hope it all works out. So he's pretty good because he made all those bags. Now, we're going to go ahead and hearth back to the crossroads now. We do have another quest to turn in. So this mission is, we've got some things to get ourselves really set up here. And because of that, this episode, I don't know how long it's going to take us. It has taken me anywhere from an hour and a half to almost 3 hours to complete the setup. I'm hoping we're going to be, with experience here, somewhere in the middle. There's certain things that really slow it down. In the beginning, we're going to waste a few minutes here because we had to start in the Silver Pine, and then we have to go turn this other one in. That one was just a breadcrumb that we were wrapping up. But this next one here, it is called Hamul Rune Totem, and this one is actually kind of essential. You need it if you want to get the main quest for Wailing Caverns. I believe there's 7. So right now we have Serpent Bloom and Trouble at the Docks. Those are actually exterior quests for Wailing Caverns, and we're going to actually try and do them today. That's what's going to take us a long time. Depending, this Trouble at the Docks could take a long time. It depends on whether or not, one, I can solo it with Muln. It's possible to solo it, depending on how good you are, and Muln is pretty good, I would say, of the two. I could not do it with my rogue. I used every trick in the book. I was so freaking close, but I couldn't get it done. My tank I didn't even really try because I had found a party, so we might find a party. If we can find a party, we'll be golden. The Serpent Bloom is where things are going to get tricky, because now with the rogue, I was able to easily complete it because she could stealth around. Not so easy with a big tank. So if we can find a party, we can potentially get that done. If we can join up with a party that's looking for Wailing Caverns out front, like they're looking for tanks and DPS for Wailing Caverns, we'll join up with one of those next time. It's actually not going to be Hamul that we do this with. I'm going to do it with, I think, Varrock. I'll go ahead and do Varrock. Will be the person that we do. So it won't be the first time I do it. I will have done it with my rogue first. I'm going to go out of order, but it will be my first time tanking it. And I'll save the next dungeon that we do will be with Hamul. So that will be fun. You'll get to see the Shaman tank whenever we get to our third dungeon for whatever that is. I'm trying to think of what the third Horde dungeon might be. I mean, Shadowfang Keep is out there, but that's... Oh, we also have to do the Call of Water. That could slow us down, too. So, where is the Call of Water? Where are we supposed to be? Well, we're going to go over there, so we'll see. We'll check that out, too. So that also is potentially going to slow us down, because before we tank Wailing Caverns, I just might want to have that on there, and I don't... Well, you know, we could save it. Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll save that one until the end, and depending on where we are on time. So we're going to say it's 6:30 is when we started. It comes realm time, which is also local time for me. So we have until death do us part. I really wish I would have picked that up because that was right there in Silverpine. That was dumb of me. Sacred Flame. Turn a filled etch file to Zengenstone Hoofs. Steel Snap. So these are a couple quests that I actually think we want. But I'm not going to pick them up right now because they are going to be ones that we can pick up when we turn in the Wailing Caverns. So I'm not as worried about that. All we really want is the... Because I do think those go to Thunder... I think they take us 1,000 needles or something like that. Just like let's just scan this.
Traveler.
This guy wants you to go to Ashenvale, so I don't know that I need to do that. Or if I do, I'll do it for fun. Ashenvale Hunt, that's... You can get that in Orgrimmar as well. I picked that up with Talanji on my last episode. And I'll read it to you guys, but you have to find the crier to do it. Steel Snap, I believe, takes you to 1,000 needles. As does... I don't know. Yeah, that's what we saw. Okay. I'm pretty sure I learned my powers. I'm broke, so probably. These guys are all druid trainers. I couldn't learn them from them anyway. Alright, Hamul.
Greetings.
I bid you greetings, Bull. You are welcome here, and I suggest you gather all your strength, for the task we now set before you is a dire one.
Nara Wildmane.
I entered the land of dreams and dreamed of a cult of druids who dwell in the Wailing Caverns. I saw that their goals were once noble, but they have lost their way.
So we're getting the backstory from the lore perspective of why the Wailing Caverns is what it is. We've seen that it's tainting the land around the Barrens, and we've had some snippets that they wanted to take the water from the Wailing Caverns and use it to revitalize the Barrens. And this is what happened.
They are now servants of the taint seeping through the Barrens. I am old and my strength fails. I could not long dwell in that dreaming place and know little more of the tainted druids. But Nara is young and her spirit is fierce. She remained in the dreaming when I fled. Speak with Nara. She is in the tent for your number.
We will do so.
Peace, friend.
Yes, it is true. I know of the druids in the Wailing Caverns. I have seen their twisted, scaled faces. I know their crimes and I know their plans. I must stop them all.
Leaders of the Fang, and this is the main quest for Wailing Caverns.
The druids in the Wailing Caverns, the druids of the Fang, are an aberration. They were part of an order of noble druids whose plan was to heal the Barrens, but now seek to remake that land to match their own twisted dreams. I believe in our Dungeons and Dragons sourcebooks we actually read about a potential prestige class druids of the Fang that you could be. Basically, do you want to be a viper or snake-based druid? The druids of the Fang have 4 leaders and each possesses a dream gem. Even now their faces haunt me. Defeat the leaders and bring me their gems, and the Barrens may again know peace. Go alone. You will find them lurking deep in the Wailing Caverns.
So we have a quest now to kill the leaders of that. So one of the quests is picked up from beating one of the bosses. That's one of the 7. We now have the leaders of the Fang. That's 2 of the 7. Another 2 of the 7 are Serpent Bloom and... Trouble at the Docks, which is exclusively outside. We have to do that one. Serpent Bloom, depending on our frustration, that can happen both in and without. You just have to pluck the plants from it. However, it's kind of annoying to do a dungeon and fight with everyone over that. So, over like trying to pick the little flowers up. So I kind of want to get that done in this episode, but we're going to gauge on our frustration because either way we're not turning it in on this episode because we would have to come back here and turn it in. So we're going to see how it goes. If like I'm just dying and dying and the time is just flying and flying, then we're going to be careful, scratch it. And I'll do it off camera and we'll get together on the next episode and do it. Or I'll save it. Same thing, the other two that you're going to get, this is the one that's going to really slow us down. So the bad boy that'll really slow us down today is that we have this quest, Raptor Horns. I have no Raptor Horns collected so far, which is terrible. Raptor Horns have an abysmal drop rate, and the raptors that you can get it from spawn only in, if you can see on the map, right here. So, actually, I forgot. I wanted to turn that Spirits of Stone Talent in, but I didn't. So, I will turn that in. It appears up here. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We need that quest. What's my... I'm at 19 out of 20. I'm going to have to turn it in. Okay, so... Yikes, that stinks. Alright, so we're going to have to walk over and turn that in. But then if you're looking... This stretch is probably the best because that's the only place where there's a concentration. It says there's some right here, but there's like literally one raptor there, and there's like 2 or 3 up here. So it's so far apart, and then there's like a couple right here. So if you actually go in that area, it's terrible. We will walk over here to turn this quest in, and then make our way down and try to get our best through there. That's number one, what's going to slow this episode down. Because half of our time, we're probably going to spend 20 to 30 minutes just trying to get those raptor horns. Then we're going to turn them in. And when we turn them in, that will give us another quest. One of the quest number 4, which is going to be to get the wailing essence from certain creatures, the oozes and slimes that come from the Wailing Caverns, but that can be got within and without. Then right above it, we'll get these 2 quests, Deviant Eradication and Deviant Hides. You get that from kill 7 Ravagers, Vipers, Shamblers, and Dreadfangs. That is, you can get some of that without, most of it within. And then Deviant Hides is just from grinding out and killing the Deviants. All throughout the dungeon. So... that is going to be something we absolutely do not do. Okay, so let's get our weapons going. I did get a Ghost Wolf form. That'll help us out a little bit. We did also get Frostbrand weapon. I can't envision an area that I would want to use that unless like I was fighting mobs that were constantly fleeing and I had no support. I did get a healing wave. Or lesser healing wave, I mean. So you get that one second. That one lets you, it's just a quick, we also got Frost Shock, I believe, on the last episode, and Ghost Wolf form that we're in right now, and probably a couple upgrades, so things are neat on that front. And I'm pretty confident that I will be fine. Yeah, Dig Rat Stew is another quest that's available. This is all, we're getting close to wrapping it up. Muln here. Probably after this... Well, Stone Talon... Now that I think about it, Stone Talon, it says you can go there around 20. But we know that they're stronger than that. So I might keep him in Crossroads a little longer. We'll see. He might be getting... He might... If he's like... Because even if you look over here, you remember where these guys are. Level 25, 26, that's 20 with the Deep Moss eggs. There's a couple quests to get started, but yeah. Oh, he still needs the Kodo liver too. So I guess he's one of my guys that never got a Kodo liver. It's not the right kind of raptor. That's the other thing that's annoying. You can't get the raptor horns from all raptors, because that would just be too convenient. Okay, and then now we're just going to see how this goes. That's not the right kind of raptor either. That's going pretty good. He's... Ouch. We did not get the right kind of Kodo there. 100 mana for that. So not too bad. Not too shabby. Alright, but we do have to keep our eyes and ears open for Kodo, but that's not really the focus of this episode, so we'll kill it. 1 for the XP, 2 for the leather. But again, it's not going to be our... Yeah, I'll probably push this up closer to around a few more levels into the 20s, 22, 23, something like that, because it's just too brutal otherwise. Remember with Callie, we had to run around this mountain, because this is like a horde blockade. But it does, and I have had luck with some of my other characters getting a couple raptors over here, because it's not a very populous zone. Although as soon as I say that, look, there's a guy right there. Of course, it's just my luck, just my life. Okay, kill an ornery plane strider, whatever. Whatevs. Got some Zevs over there. Whatevs and Zevs. That's what we got going on. So there's one. Now, let me tell you about my experiences so far with
I'm out of range.
With doing this. So, I did it first with my warrior, and I teamed up. It was fine. We were able to pretty quickly find the spawn time on... So there's 2 quests. There's Trouble at the Docks. This right here is killing me. The Trouble at the Docks has you finding a goblin inside. Now we are going to come back here. I just want the quest tracker out of here because we need 3 more. We're going to have to drop 1 more quest. Actually, well, we can turn this one in.
Glory to the horde.
Ah, shaman, very good. We will need your skills to deal with these plunderers. Okay, we'll pick up we'll come back for that later because he is going into Stonetail. That's his life. Ziz Physics, I guess we could drop. That's a Windshear Crag breadcrumb. We definitely want it. We could drop the Silithid Egg thing, too. Where does that? The Field of Giants? Yeah. I think we gotta drop Egg Hunt. I don't want to drop this because... Even though I could. And it is a repeatable quest. This one also has a freaking inventory item. So we can destroy that. Alright, so I just know because I'm predicting what we're going to need ahead of time. Because we're going to need 3 more available quest slots. This rock butter weapon. This guy's pretty solid though, so as you can see, he's holding his own pretty well. He's just between the... But if you notice, that's only the 3rd one of these that we've seen. They are not concentrated, and we just killed 3, and we haven't had 1 drop, and we need 2 more. So that is, and we are, if we're trying to keep tight hours, you know, as our goals in life, we are a quarter of the way into that, pinch more. And we haven't hit, we haven't even hit 1 of them, and we haven't even started the main thing. So anyway, you go in and you got to kill this goblin inside of the Wailing Caverns. He is in stealth, but he has I think he's got like 3 spawn locations. I have found him predominantly in 1, kind of off to the side, and I'll show that on the other episode. But he also has like a very obvious one. It's like got his bedroll and stuff on it. So we will keep an eye out for that one as well. He's pretty tough. I couldn't. As a team, the team I had was 2 protection warriors, me being one of them, and I want to say like a mage, troll mage, and we were fine, but the warrior bounced pretty quickly, like, because the downside is when you have a party of 3, you don't have enough to really blast through the content, especially with 2 protection warriors. So our DPS was low, but you've divided your drop rate by 3. So the drop rate on the Deviant Hides was abysmal. And we were all, me and the mage, the warrior wasn't really caring about it. But me and the mage were then fighting for every serpent bloom that you can find. So really, it was basically cutting those in half. So he and I eventually split up, and we were just doing our own thing. And I just kind of ran around and did that. It was easier to just try to find my own. Then with Talanji, I could not. I must have went in a dead time of day. Couldn't find any help. So that part was lame. And then she couldn't quite. I mean, I was doing everything under the sun that I could think of. I was using, like, engineering bombs. I was using every potion I had. I just couldn't get it done. We finally got our Kodo liver, so we don't have to fight Kodos anymore. That's good. Okay. He's pretty hardy though, and I'm not even like going full bore. I'm not having to use my healing. I'm not having to use any of my real buffs. So he's got the movement speed increase with Ghost Wolf. Like, this is pretty solid. I love shamans. I gotta say, I never knew I loved them. Like, they didn't really appeal to me. But man, once I tried them for the first time, which was honestly, Shaman was like the last class I ever played. Okay, 1 horn down, 4 to go. It was like the last class I ever tried. I never tried it until like a few years ago, and love it. I just love it. It's one of my favorite classes. Sometimes it's my favorite. Depends on the X pack and the spec. But there's like literally no shaman type that I don't like. So I haven't done a lot of enhancement. I guess you could argue right now I'm kind of doing an enhancement, but that's, you know, arguable, I guess. I'd say so. I guess you could call this enhancement, but this is not. I don't think this is anywhere like the current experience of an enhancement shaman. I don't want to fight that over replay shredder. They're wasting my life. Anyhow, I do want to make one again soon. I'm really dialing back. I'm actually having more fun with this playing Classic than I am playing Retail right now. Retail is just... So, I'm experiencing some of this when I play Diablo Immortal. There's just this grind and a push to constantly... It's that pay... It's not necessarily pay to win, because you don't have to pay to win. Certainly you don't have to in this game, and you don't have to in Diablo Immortal. I mean, sure, you'll never catch the whales, but you don't have to pay to, like, do well in most of the content. But there's this culture of just log in every day. Don't forget to do your dailies. And they tried to get away with that, but they really haven't. Like, they've gotten away from the daily side of things. The world quest, the dailies. But you still you gotta push the latest cap for mythics. You gotta, kind of want to fight that guy too, but I'm not gonna. I'll pull him separately. Gotta get ready for the latest raid tier, and I understand that that's a huge draw for some people, but like I have a job. I have a time-consuming and demanding job. I don't need like I want to chill when I play my games. I want to enjoy lore. I want to enjoy the experience. I want to be good, so I mean I try to push myself, but there's also like just I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want it to feel like a grind in it, and when I feel like I'm gonna be considered a lesser gamer if I miss a day, or if I'm not pushing the highest keys in the right time, and you know, like I'd rather go for achievements, completion, and experiencing everything a game has to offer. And that's just me. Again, I know that's not everybody, and I'm not like criticizing anybody that's not. Please do not take that some skills, guy. Okay, good. Let's try out my new lesser healing wave. It's the first time I cast it. Not too shabby. So anyway, because of that, I'm kind of enjoying Classic because there is no endless progression, like it ends. No, the game's finite. And I'm not actually that worried about 4232. That's actually better than what I have. Sweet. So we got a Prospector Sash, and it is an upgrade. Alright, cool. This is, as you can see, like, this area is not too bad. When I did this with my warrior, I decided to look up this area, terrible idea. That, I literally, that's part of why that episode, not episode, but the grind, the legwork I was doing behind the camera, it took me like over 3 hours. And I think like almost half of that time was spent getting these stupid horns. So I am happy about that we are spending less time. I shouldn't speak too soon. We still have to find one more, and I drying out a little bit here. But we just gotta be careful that we don't get over into that bristleback quillboar territory. Bramble scar, yeah, because as we get over here, but we can make our way up because we are gonna need to turn this into Ratchet. So we're gonna get Ratchet. Are you ready to get Ratchet? Speaking of that terrible accent that I do, I watched this cute movie last night called I Used to Be Famous. It was like a, I don't know, it takes place in some I don't even know what, maybe London, I'm not sure, some area like that, some place in England, and it was just about this like former boy band guy, and now he was like working with this autistic drummer to make music, sort of thing. It was really, really endearing. That almost looked like my shield glitched out. Come on, one horn to go. Come to Papa. So, when you kill this goblin, he's stealth, you fight him, there's nothing special about him, he's an elite. That's the thing that sucks. Everything is probably as strong as you will fight it inside the actual dungeon. So that's a bit of a pain, maybe like on the low side, but they're full-on elite dungeon level characters, which is butt cheeks. I don't enjoy that. It slows it down. However, it does mean that you can complete like half of the quests outside. So when we turn this one in, we'll get the Wailing Essence quest. If we team up, we'll get some. If we don't, we won't get any. Not worried about it at all because you don't need that many. I think you need 10, and between all the things that we will kill in clearing this dungeon, I'm sure we will get almost all of that. So I am not worried about that at all. Same thing with the Deviant Hides. I think you need 20 or something like that. But again, even with that, I'm fairly confident. And even if we don't, that's fine. I thought that was the right kind of tooth, but look at that shield. Okay, it's a 378 shield. That's better. 6 block, 2 agility. Mine has 2 stamina. That's fine, because agility is to armor. That's a cool looking shield too, so I will take that. Can't argue with this. So we're getting some gear upgrades. We got a belt upgrade, and now we got a shield upgrade. Before we get ready to head into the dungeon. And this one looks really cool. I like that's a big upgrade right there. Alright, we got our horns, baby. Okay, so we can go turn these in. I'm not... The only reason why I'm even turning this in now is because I want that Wailing Caverns thing just in case we end up getting a... I'm not even going to look in case we end up getting a group. Now the Serpent Blooms, like I said with my Rogue, it was super easy. I just stealthed around and found them. It probably took me 10 minutes to get all 10, I believe you need. Warrior, it took me forever. But again, I was also kind of learning it, so I was learning how hard it was to find these different things, and that's part of it too. So we are having the benefit of my experience. We are halfway into our time, and I would argue if this is halfway into our questing, we're doing good. I don't know that that's going to be the case. We're just going to have to see. We're going to have to see how hard it is to fight that dude. Do we get a group? Now, I don't think I can go in Ghost Wolf form when I'm in that cave, because I do think it says outside only. Yeah, only usable outdoors. Loot Town is hosting Zul'Grub and Anchorage 20-man runs this week. So yeah, I also at 8:30 tonight, I'm not making the show run later than that for sure, because at 8:30, I don't think I'm just going to take another hour and a half. But at 8:30, I kind of want to do this before the dungeon, but it's just going to be too much. One thing about Diablo Immortal I also don't like is you just have all these things that, I guess it's kind of like World of Warcraft. But, like, there's just certain things you have to come on at certain times. Like I'm trying to get, like, finish the storyline and get 100% and make my way through, like, the little codex and everything. But it's like you have to participate in the Shadow War to a certain extent, but you can only do that at, you know, Sunday at 8 o'clock. And you have to get the ghostly carriage fought, but you can only do that on, like, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 8:30. It's just, like, very annoying.
Time is money, friend!
Yes. Alright, so we're gonna turn in the raptor horns. Did you get the horns, Bone? Those things are gonna make me a fortune. Great, you got them. Now I just need you to ground them down and mix them with some wine, and boom, he makes us raptor punch. And he's gonna give us also the smart drinks. Okay, so the raptor horns didn't work so well, but that's alright. No one got rich on their first try. Besides, I think I found something that'll work even better in my smart drinks. There's a substance called Wailing Essence, and I think it is the cause of the strange plants and animals in the Barrens. Give me some and I'll try it in my drink. I heard the essence gathers in ectoplasmic creatures in the Wailing Caverns to the west. Hunt those creatures and gather the essence. Alright, we will get to that, sure.
Yo!
Yeah, cool. Oh, light hide. I can turn it into cured light hide. Yep, we'll sell these things. I don't need the sharp claws. Cool. I'm gonna keep this punch on the, and I'm gonna keep that meat. I'm gonna keep the punch on the premise that I could actually benefit depending on the situation. What it does is it increases your strength. No, your intellect, but it decreases your stamina, so that's not good for tanking. I probably could have sold it. But we're going to head over here to the Wailing Caverns. And that is, we're going to pick these 2 quests up, and then we're gonna definitely do Trouble at the Docks, and then we're gonna try and do Serpent Bloom. I'm not messing with the Wailing Essence because I just don't give a crap. I think you can do Wailing Essence inside I think you can do it in the dungeon as well. Somehow I'm only at, I was gonna say I'm only at 17, but here's where I'm gonna pick up the other 3. Alright, so we are at 20, we're at 35, so we're a little bit more than halfway, but I still think, depending on what happens, if we get a group together, then it's really, this episode I think is, and I actually am moderately confident that I can handle this setup here for... I'm not even gonna skin those, I don't care. Actually, sure. Oh, you can skin while you're in ghost form? Oh my gosh. Talk about living La Vida Loca. I'll get the ones in my path at least. Think that... I really think it's gonna go okay. I think that I can beat that goblin. I'm pretty confident. This is probably my best horde character. Although he has had some issues. He's not perfect. I don't have any characters that are what I would call perfect anymore. Especially since Millie died. But they're all coming into their own, more or less. The tank, his DPS is, I mean, he's more and more becoming a tank to where, he's gone so far into the defensive side that I can't solo really hard stuff with him because he doesn't have the healing and I can't out DPS stuff. Like I'll lose that race. So he's kind of in a bad spot right now. He's getting banged in a big spot. You gotta come up and around. If you've never done this before, this is, and anybody that's played Classic is probably kind of familiar with this. I kind of think you still do it in retail, but you have to really be, so you can't, you have to come, to get the quests, this is the entrance to the Wailing Caverns right here, but you have to, oh look, it counts as being inside it. This is just the one nose. See, you can't come up this way. You've gotta come around. So that's the entrance to the Wailing Caverns, but the quests are actually, it's like a skull. So that, I guess, would be like the nose or something, or the mouth. But you have to come up from above to get the quest. It's kind of annoying. And to get there from above, you have to, like, you can't just climb up. Like, you gotta go kind of around and come at it from the mountain. I came at it from the wrong side. So you gotta sort of look for a way to do this. But yeah, I think you can get up right here. So he's actually probably slipping right now in my rankings. I liked him a lot, but his DPS is just too low right now, and that'll hopefully change with some better gear. Yeah, you can't even stand on top of it, and you can get knocked out of Ghost Wolf form, so that answers that question. Now, there's 2 eye sockets. You want to make sure that you do the one that is to the west, because the east one is like a false eye socket. It doesn't really... You can't get in on the east side if you look in here like it's closed off. So you have to get up and walk around again. Oh, we got a journeyman leatherwork right here. That's cool. This is a specialist leatherworking supplies guy. He has these 2 things. I'm not worried about buying them this second because I can't learn them right now anyway, and we're going to turn these quests in here, but we definitely want them when we turn those in. Alright, so there's Deviant Eradication.
Narlax had a noble goal. Our great leader aspired to enter the Emerald Dream and help regrow these harsh lands back into the lush forest it once was. But something went terribly wrong. Narlax's dream turned into a nightmare and corrupt creatures began to inhabit the caverns. While some disciples of Narlax seek to awake our master, my concern is with ridding these caves of the evil beasts, brave the caverns mold, and eradicate the deviant spawn.
Goddess, watch over.
So basically, this quest, the Wailing Caverns, is all about the Emerald Nightmare.
Peace, friend.
Deviant hides by Nalpak.
As Narlax descended deeper into his nightmare, a strange breed of beasts arose from beneath the Barrens into the Wailing Caverns. These deviant creatures have strange, otherworldly properties. While evil in nature, it is my opinion that some good can come from their existence here in Kalimdor. I believe their hides will be of particular use in the ways of leatherworking. If you feel up to the task, venture into the caves below and retrieve some deviant hides.
Alright, so the downside about deviant hides is it's 20, you need 20 of them. And the drop rate is sucky. Okay, so here's where what's going to really suck for us is you basically have to try to avoid these guys. I don't know if we're going to be, like, right off the bat, we kind of got to wait for them to see if they'll patrol away a little bit fast, so let's see what we can do. Let's see. Well, what we're going to learn right off the bat is it's not going to be worth it. I can already tell you that right now. It is not going to be worth it to fight this guy. As you can see, I mean, at least I'm hanging, and I feel like if I can hang on him, I know I can hang on that goblin. So I got a medicine staff at the boar. I don't need that. But also, look, all my stats are... So we're gonna... I mean, I can skip him. I guess I'll drink my stew. And my water. So let's get ourselves up. But we want to fight as little as possible. There's a quest right here too, but that's actually the glowing shard. You get that from Butanus, I believe, and that is the last boss in the dungeon, I think, or one of the last bosses. So there's a serpent bloom, though. So we're gonna fight as little as we can. Obviously, we will not be able to fight more than one at a time. I got an infected wound. That is not poison, so I've got infected wound. That sucks. Alright, so... Look, there's a deviant stalker. What a jerk. Okay, so the goal here is to fight as little of these as possible. That is my goal, anyway. Over here... Oh, gosh. Okay, so we're gonna just do as we can. And that just is what it is. Just waiting for the lightning to come up. Okay. I mean, it's not that bad. Keep that on there. I think that's essential. And we gotta keep the lightning. Oh, you cannot tell me that you're gonna run. That sucks. If he brings back someone, we're screwed. How long is it gonna stay running? That's the issue. Okay, so he didn't bring any back anyone, so that's one. I think that's a major difference from classic and retail. Is we got a deviant hide. Good for us. We also got a deviant scale. Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate. I have to bust out. Let's use one of these potions right here. Okay, so. That is not what I was hoping would happen, for sure. Believe it or not, I did not want that. Get banged in a big spot, yeah. Alright, so we're just gonna save whatever we can. I'm not wasting in the flame shot because I want to have the ability to heal if I need. My other characters couldn't even do this, so I guess there's that. Got another deviant hide. Okay. So, I guess we're going to keep our eyes out also for... Oh, I've got milk, too. Good, we got some people coming in here to fight. That's awesome. So I'm going to drink my milk. I'm going to drink my water until my milk's gone. That's fine. We need our dude. So that's cool. So they are going to clear this sum. I don't know what they're doing exactly. That's okay. Over here is where you can fight... Okay, so we'll fight this guy. He's a little bit weaker. I am a little bit worried that there will be a second. So we're going to kind of pull him over here some. Okay. And then we're just going to hope that he doesn't run too far or do anything too stupid. Oh my gosh. And there you see, we are screwed. Oh man. So I don't know. Oh, I'm dead. So I'm gonna die. Because as you can see, boom. We just got raptured to death. My goal was to run in there and, so this is what I meant kind of before. Like, if you notice, we've gotten one flower so far. This is the worst that I've seen. Like, there's no one in here clearing out these guys. It's chock full. Now, again, when I was a rogue, you can stealth past this. You can make that part work. We don't have the stealth option. He's good enough as a tank that he can slowly fight his way in, but that's so time-consuming and tedious. Once we get deeper into the cave, we can kind of stay to the edges, and we can get our serpent bloom, but I need this dude. I need this, this goblin. So we're gonna have to do whatever we can do in the just to get our way through that. That part we're kind of stuck on it. Got our 2 deviant hides. Our 1 serpent. Alright, so that's okay. We will just not get too frustrated. Frustration is the enemy of patience. And that is, there's some people right there. So they must have, I wonder if they wiped. Okay. So, let's whisper them. Let's see what they say. If they're doing trouble at the docks, I will help out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. So we have this guy here too. I shouldn't probably double cast that. Oh my gosh. Of course. Okay, so I'm a little screwed here. Get the healing potion going. Okay. So let's see if I can get some healing. Alright, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on with this guy. Then where I can, I'm gonna heal. Just see how long I can keep this going. Because it's not looking good. Like I might be able to sustain this, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's because we're essentially, like I was saying before, we're doing a DPS race. I'm gonna lose that. I guess I'm gonna try this. Get my strength. Okay. So I drank this now. Oh my gosh! And now I'm gonna need my rock biter weapon. This is really gonna. Thank you, God. Okay, so I lived there. Got some more deviant hides. There's another serpent bloom. Okay, so I don't know if I have any other food. I don't. But I can at least drink some water. Fill that. I see a serpent bloom, but it's also possible that this dude might be back there. Because he hides in stealth, and this is one of his 2 stealth spots. I hear a stealth. So this will be my second thing. I hear him. Yep, there he is. Okay. Okay, so he is here. I do think I'll be able to hang. Like I said, I've been hanging with these other guys so far. Been okay. So he stunned me. He's a jerk. Okay, let's get my healing going. So he is pretty tough. I need to save the rest for healing now. Okay. I got a healing potion going on. I'm stunned. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get him, I think. Alright. So that 99-year-old port we got from him, that did us good. That's good. Got plenty of water. I'll switch over to milk if I have to, but that's okay. Alright, so now this is a matter of, do we have the patience here to get these other 8 flowers? That's what this is going to boil down to. Oh, cool. This one respawned. I mean, and we can always do that. We can always wait. We can find a nice spawn spot. We're at 3, so now we're down to 7. So that's good. I mean, like, we've got some skin here. Take that, too. We can always look around there. There's obviously some people killing. There's a little spot right here. The skinning doesn't seem too good. So I'll try to take you guys over to where another good spawn spot is. For the homeboy. Yeah, there they go. They're killing this guy. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so they're fighting him. I'll get on him. I'll try to help him a little bit. I'm not really DPS, I'm a tank, so that's one way down to that guy. Alright, so here we can get a 4th plant. So now that we're actually in the cave proper, it opens up a little bit, and this is actually as counterintuitive as it seems. It's actually a lot safer to look for the plants inside here. They like to spawn kind of near the edges. The mobs spawn in a way that is more spread out. So here we're already going to get our 5th one. And this is basically what our strategy is going to be, is to just stay away from these guys and find these. Now you could, of course, just do this in the dungeon. There's also mobs right here. They will come up and get you. They are elites. They're like Threshodons or something like that, but you can kind of stay away from them like I just did. You hug that one side. Oh, that's a regular herb. So yeah, if you wanted to hunt bruiseweed, there's plenty. It's all over down here. Okay, so this is the Cavern of Mists. I've actually, because I'm... Got it right there. And I might, like, solo. It's like, this is not that big of a deal. I can solo a couple guys. So the goal is, though, we want to make our fighting... There's one right there. We want to make it worthwhile. So if we're going to solo stuff, let's make it worth our while. See, like, here's... I knew that there was a chance that that was going to happen. And that's fine. If we're going to do it, Let's do it with stuff. Well, let's get my weapon going. I don't know if that is worth it to do the. Ah, crap. Okay, so now we're in a little bit tough shape. Fast heal on. Okay. So now we're gonna be in a DPS race with this jerk. And it's unfortunate, but that is what it is. Luckily, these don't seem to be that strong. I think of all the things down here, these sting lashes, I think they're actually the weakest in terms of like physical DPS. Kind of what we're doing. I'm gonna kind of alternate. I think I can get a heal off, then I can switch back to a lightning shield. I think 80 compared to 155. I think so. Yeah, and that'll help us out because the lightning shield is where like the majority of my damage comes from. We just got a grizzly something of the something. Got a medium hide. I'll take it.
It's too far away.
Okay. This will be, I don't know, our 5th or something. 6th. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to drink this water. I do have some milk here. We're going to replace that out. Yeah, I'll put the medium hide there. And then let's see. 71 with 10 attack power. Oh, that's not as good as the one I have. Bummer. Okay. So now let's just keep on looking. We need, what was that, 6? Yeah, so we need 4 more. There's one right there. So again, we just gotta be smart and purposeful with our fighting, and I think we're gonna be quite fine. And these are the things that you need for that smart drinks. The fizzy bottom. And you know what? I think we're going to be okay. As far as just timing goes and everything. We have 6 minutes. I think probably... Shouldn't have done that, but whatever. That one right there. I don't know what he's doing to me. Oh, he's spawning a new one. Or a new one spawned on me? I don't freaking know. Great. Childhood infection. Fantastic. Now I don't know. I thought we were going to be okay, but a higher level one spawned right here, so that's freaking unfortunate. Cloned ectoplasm. I didn't even know they could do that. Whatever. Okay, we're just gonna keep... I guess we're just gonna keep an eye on it. If it seems like they're gonna clone, fix it. What else can we do? Doesn't seem like their DPS is crazy high. I think we could probably win this war of attrition. Probably. So I got a Wailing Essence. I wasn't trying to loot him in the middle of the fight, but that is what happened. Okay, you got nothing from it. We did beat it just in time, but now this guy's sitting there. You got to be kidding me. Now we're gonna have to drink some of our milk. Annoying. What did he give me? Stamina reduced? Whatever. Oh, I can drink some more of my powerful strength juice or whatever. Get that going. Okay. Pace is increasing. Nice. To Good to have that, I guess. Okay. Yeah, my healing is... It's a good thing that they're just so sustainable. That the shaman are just between the healing and all the buffs and da-da-da-da-da. Pretty good. Oh my gosh, there's another one. I just want that serpent bloom, that's all. I've been sitting here staring at it, drooling. War paint bindings. That is male. I can't wear that yet. Healing going on. Okay. Just gonna go slow. Don't come over here. Okay, we got the serpent bloom. We gotta fight this stupid lash tail thing, but. I'm not even gonna waste my flame shock on this thing. I'm just gonna keep the lightning shield up as long as I can. At least I was able to run near this. We need 3 more, so this is what's gonna slow us down. Is the fact that there's no one in here clearing these out. Well, that is what it is. Alright, we only need 3 more. So if we can just find 3 more, be safe and smart about it. We have a little bit of milk to get us through. You know, that's really just what gets a real warrior, real hero home. We're doing good on our deviant hides. I feel like I could solo the deviant hide missions. I'd be okay. But we're not going to do that today because ultimately, because there's no point, it will naturally get completed in the dungeon. So it would literally be pointless to power our way through that. I see a serpent bloom right over there. We gotta be smart here. I feel like I was trying to jump, but my big fat tauren hoofs wouldn't do it. There's no, like, this is... Oh my gosh. Alright. See, I gotta... Might as well do it on my own terms. Oh gosh. Okay. I don't think this is gonna go well. I don't think I can beat 2 of them. Dang. That's a bummer. Really? No. So I'm probably gonna die. I'm gonna die right now, I think. I don't think I can get that off. Can't do that, I'm not that good. Can't get 2 of them from jump. And that one probably would have freaking cloned itself or something anyway. But we only have to get 3. We saw that one right there. We're going to be able to res inside there. When we're done, we're going to be able to hearth out. So take us back to the crossroads. Serpent Bloom gets turned in Thunder Bluff, as does the other one. So we're not going to turn that in. We are going to turn in Trouble at the Docks. That's the only other one we're going to turn in. So when we finish getting these last 3 Serpent Bloom, we're going to hearth back to the crossroads. Right now we're 5 minutes over. I'm hoping it doesn't take us much more than about 10 minutes to finish off this episode. Not because I don't love being with you guys, but just because I like to keep the episodes as close to that hour as I can, even though I fail every time. And also, I don't want to get bogged down too far in just grinding out these Serpent Bloom, because ultimately with a party, it won't be crazy for us to get like even the last 3 that we have right now. So right now we're kind of in like the moot point where if we can get a team together, all of this is really, this fighting and struggling we're doing is kind of unnecessary. But I do not want to fight my way back through here. Like, and we could also probably find 1 or 2 more already on the way out. But I don't know that that's going to be easier. Like, I don't know that the grind will be better. It's just as populated with crap on the way out as it is on the way in. So yeah, you want a squad to even enter the caverns, not let alone the instance. I think I kind of get the sense that's how the Dead Mines is too. But at least the Dead Mines doesn't give you all these quests where you... Well, I guess you don't have to do this. You could just trust it all. There I am. So what did I want? I wanted that. Ugh. Gross. You can see another one there. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna eat this. I don't think I even need to drink anything. I should. I just want the buff. Okay. Because I'm gonna have to. So let's see this guy. Okay, so like this dumb deviant sting lash. We're just gonna fight our way in. Because I see two. There's one there and there's one right there. Oh my gosh, it happened again. You gotta be kidding me. I sucked so bad. Alright, well if I'm gonna die again, then I might as well get closer in to that other one. I can't believe that. So we're gonna waste a lot of money repairing also, which is a shame. That was my own fault. I should have just a classic mistake. Just spawning in and starting a fight with something you know you can probably barely take without fully checking your surroundings. 71. That's a 71.33. That's just a little bit below. My chest armor is just too good already. We get some money from selling some of this stuff, but for the most part, this episode is going to be a negative. We're gonna lose. I mean, we're at 48. I think we've gained around 10 silver, but this is a. We're losing money. We're losing money on this deal. I like how that thing stays after death. Little hammer of Orgrimmar. Can't remember. I think we got that from completing the Dead Mines. I forgot that I was part of the Depression Farming Squad. I think there's a lot of branches of that guild. For one, there's been a couple times I feel like I've seen a lot of people from the guild online. I don't even know why I joined it. Usually, for me, the name will get it, but I don't particularly think Depression Farming Squad's like the most fun name. One more level till I can sit with the cool kids in Loot Town. Killuminati. But yeah, most of the time I'm a sucker for a good name. So, my wife and I just recently joined a guild on our characters that we're being completionists with, and it was called the Alliance Secret Service, and of course their acronym is ASS. So I was like, I'm sold. And then plus my wife and I both like the show The Office. So another big part of it was that when it said, "Would you like to join the Alliance?" my wife was like, "Absolutely, I will." So that's how she got on board. Real careful. So here's going to be our 8th one. Excellent. So we just need 2 more. Let's just be smart about where we get those 2. So as you saw that one, look, there's one right there. So they're all around us. They're ready to get locked. That one is sitting right on. Now, I'm a little bit leery about fighting this one because of what happened last time. I thought I shouldn't have. I wasted my energy on that. That was sucky. Because last time they cast that thing. So we want to make sure we don't let that happen again. And I don't know where that clone happens. Oh no! Come on! They all spawned? You've got to be kidding me! Oh my gosh! That's killing me. Alright. 2 to go. I feel like that we almost had that one, and then 2 come from behind. Like you gotta like put your back to a wall and keep your head on a swivel if you want to avoid that happening. Like it's avoidable, frustrating deaths. And I guess, I mean, that's just what makes it good. You've got to have your head on a swivel. You got to smartly place yourself. It's just tactics that you should know better. I should know better. If I'm gonna mess around with this and go deep into a hot zone like this, then either expect to die and waste a lot of money, which is what I'm doing, and wasting a lot of time, or you got to freaking be on your A game, and I'm not playing on my A game. So, apologize to you guys for you not watching an A gamer. They exist out there. There are people that are awesome. Don't get me wrong. And, you know, everybody sucks from time to time, but there are definitely people that, at least they only post themselves being awesome. So, at least you know, if you watch this show, if you watch Lore of Warcraft, you are watching a guy who is not afraid to post videos of him sucking frequently. And maybe there are just like I don't even know what you would call them, just really great players out there, and I guess I obviously am not one of those. I am thorough, so I'm a grinder when it comes to certain things, and I'm thorough, but I don't grind just the meta. It's not my grind. I am grinded to find every nook and cranny of the game, and I am relentless and determined. I will keep pushing myself up against a tough situation, sometimes to a fault, because, like, obviously in this one, I could be better. I could just be better, and then, you know, I always joke around with my son, we'll give each other like that. Just self-deprecating, like, Dad, I can't do it. We'll just be better. Don't suck. And depending on how frustrated we are.
I'm out of range.
A lot of the times, like if we're playing like one of the Souls games, that's a line we like to use. I use it on myself. We use it on each other. Just get good. Get good, Dad. Thanks. And then, or vice versa to the son. Thank you. I did not think of that. It's kind of like when you have the loading screen and there's the entrance to Wailing Cavern, BT dubs. There's a flower right there. I think we can get it if we can kill one stupid butthole right here. Ooh, we might be able to get it without killing them. They're all walking away. They're like, here, come get this. We promise we won't kill you. Psych! We're gonna all pat back in the same direction at the same time. They did not. We got all the things that we needed. Alright, so that was not that bad. About 15 minutes longer than our hour, and it's probably going to take us a couple minutes to wrap it up because we got to fly over to Ratchet, but really not that long. We're just going to take a hop, skip, and a jump, fly right over to Ratchet. I'll probably sell a couple things. Actually, we can probably cook a couple things. What do we got on the old recipe? Let's end with a little cooking delight. What do we have? I can cook that kodo meat, which is fine.
You got the good stuff.
Find a little. Let's find a little campfire. Actually, I think we can cook inside the little inn. I can drop. I don't know what Yuan Sky Seer is. I guess I can pick that one up. Yeah, I guess I'll keep this. But I'm gonna sell them now that I look at it, because we'll go fly to Ratchet first, because that's not as good as my other food. I'll toss those other spices over my shoulder. Throw a little salt over the shoulder for good luck. Mild spices. Cooking raised up to 105, that's good. Now that dropped the Scorpion Stew out of
Blood and thunder.
out of the rankings. We're very close to leveling up. We might level up from this. Where's our powers? We start picking Anticipation up. I do need Thundering Strike eventually. I did screw up. This is one of my screw ups. Some point down the line when I can afford 1 gold to reset, I will reset and fix that. Shouldn't have picked Ancestral Knowledge. We're going to be focusing on Anticipation for a while. Some of the sites show picking up this. I'm not. I'm going to stick with that. I do think Flurry is good. You need 5 points in this, so that's not even optional. So I'll have to pick that. Toughness is also a good one. Those are both good. Parry, we're going to need that. Now Rockbiter Weapon, that might actually be decent too. Weapon Totems. Wind Fury Totem. Yeah, I don't think I used that with this spec. So that'll be off of Weapon Mastery, sure. And then you do want Storm Strike. Gives you an extra attack. In addition, next 2 sources of nature damage. Which I think that could be our lightning shield. Okay, Trouble at the Docks.
Dockmaster has been on my case ever since Mad Maglish made off with that 99-year-old port. I guess that bottle was intended as a gift for Gazlo from none other than Baron Revelgaz himself. If you're brave enough and patient enough to seek out Mad Maglish and get that port back, I'll see to it you get a nice reward. Superb! Just as I was about to lose my job, too. I will see to it that Gazlo gets this gift immediately. Thank you, Mom. Nicely done, I say.
Alright, so we are going to... we do have to wrap up. We'll visit him with Shalasir, and we'll check out Farinel, because they're doing their own thing. And then Callie will have a weird
I have a deal for you.
5 silver. Half that got sent right back. But if you look, we more than made that back from the just stuff that we found there. 14 staff, that was one of the first things we found. Probably could have sent that into someone, but oh well. I'm going to save the Deviant Scales. Leather. Okay, I'm going to save all the rest.
Have a good one.
Yeah, Callie's got some stuff to do. I think we're going to end up doing mostly priest quests with her. So we do have 3 episodes coming, and then you're going to see Erator do a dungeon, and you'll see him do his. So in between that, we'll also have the Dungeons and Dragons per usual. So in reality, we probably got about 10 episodes before you see me do Wailing Caverns, but you will not visit these Barren guys again before we do that. All right, everyone, I thank you so much for watching and for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and I definitely enjoyed making it for you. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time on Lore of Warcraft.